So today's video is not clickbait, and honestly, I wish it was, because this story is tragic, but it needs to be told because Lynne Spears did something horrific back in the day, and there are no videos on it. And as I did research, it was hard to piece together this story, but I put it all together, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the death of Anthony Winters. So as you guys know, Lynne Spears is the mother of Britney Spears and Jamie Lynn Spears and Brian, but we don't really ever talk about Brian, even though I do feel like he needs his own video because there are some sketchy things out there. Recently, Lynne has been trying to pry her way back into Britney's life. She went to, I guess, LA for the holidays and hopes to be invited to Britney's Thanksgiving, but we know that Britney doesn't want her there. We'll talk a little bit more about that bizarre footage and Britney's relationship with her mother Lynne later on in this video, but let's go ahead and take it back to 1975 when Lynne Spears took the life of this young boy. There are a handful of articles about this situation online, and each one of them has different information. That's because people like Anthony's mother and his brother have spoken out, and people like Lou M. Taylor has spoken out for Lynne Spears. But before we get into what everyone has to say, let's talk about what happened on that day and what led up to Lynne killing this kid. So again, we're back in 1975. So at this point, Lynne was 20 years old, and she ran over and killed a 12-year-old boy. Supposedly, Lynne was turning a corner when she hit Anthony and ran him over. It was on a neighborhood road in their hometown, Kentwood, Louisiana. I guess Lynne was actually driving her own brother to the hospital because he had some type of injury, so she got him in the car and she was driving there, and I could only assume that she was speeding and trying to get there as soon as she could because her brother's in pain. He's got an injury. I mean, if they want to go to the hospital, it's got to be something serious, so I'm sure she was driving frantically and ran over this 12-year-old boy, and he died. Anthony was playing on his bicycle right outside his home, the home he lived at with his parents and his brother. So in Anthony's final moments, he was actually with a friend. So there were multiple people playing outside this road. I don't know how you miss like multiple kids playing on the road, but as Lynne rounded the curve, she could not avoid the boy in the street as there was oncoming traffic in the opposite lane. So I guess it was either run over the boy or wait, I don't understand that. So as she rounded the curve, how would she, like, I feel like if you run over someone, you don't know until you, like, until you've done it already. Like, how would she know that, like, even, you know, think about oncoming traffic on the other side? If, like, how would you have time to think about that? I feel like you would have ran over and be like, oh crap, like what happened? I didn't see anything. But this kind of made it sound like, I don't know, did she see something? Who really knows? I wish I knew the street that it was on so that we could go there and look, but I can't figure it out because it was back in 1975 and there's not a lot of reporting. But at the time, Anthony did have a younger brother, and he's still around today, and he does have a little bit of memory about this situation. Anthony's younger brother, Chris, was only 3 or 4 years old when his brother passed away. He shares, I was in the house and he was outside on his bike, a two-wheeler. He went into the street and the car went over him. I know my mother ran outside and was screaming. Oh my gosh, I can't even I can't even imagine what it would feel like to be like a mother, like running outside and just seeing your kid like there on the ground, completely ran over and done. And actually, we can't get into it yet. We'll get into it in a second. Anthony and Chris's parents told Chris a lot later that Anthony actually died instantly, and it affected his family pretty bad. I mean, he was 3 or 4 at the time, and I'm sure he had some effects, you know, of this, and he probably did his entire upbringing. It's all he knows that his brother's not there, but I can't imagine what that family went through, and you would think that, you know, Lynne would do anything in her power to make them feel better or apologize or anything like that. You guys will notice that that's the most effed up part of this entire story, that Lynne hasn't really ever like apologized or even like met with the people. Like, there's a lot to unpack here. Anthony's mother has told the press that Lynne has never reached out to their family ever to say sorry or anything. She said it was about 40 years ago, but Lynne's never been in touch with Yvonne, who is Anthony's mother. She said it was an accident. It was a terrible situation, but it was an accident, and accidents can happen to anyone. So thankfully, she's come to peace with this situation. But wait, how have you never? I feel like I don't know how I would take someone's child and like not have a relationship with them, because I feel like that's like the only way to at least have some closure or something, because the amount of guilt, like holy crap, it takes a cold person to not go and reach out to the family. Like I wonder, like I guess the police did an investigation, and honestly, if it's an accident, it's like it's an accident. Does she get charged on it? I mean, I don't know the laws in Louisiana, but supposedly this tragedy does still affect Lynne, and she is haunted by the incident and doesn't like to talk about it, which I'm sure she doesn't like to talk about it because she probably wants to act like it never happened. But like, you can't ignore that family who lost their child. Like, that's something that's very real and happened. So you kind of have to talk about it and acknowledge it. This article confirms again that she's never expressed any condolences. Wow. I mean, that's just so sick to me. I was a little bit shocked as I was doing research on this situation because I found a quote from Lou M. Taylor, which is kind of random because she inserted herself into Lynne's life here and she gave a statement. I mean, I don't know if she was hired or not. I'm not making any allegations. Don't come and try to cease and desist me. I'm just saying I found a quote from her on this situation and I find it bizarre. This article refers to Lou as Lynne's spokesperson, and she confirmed the tragedy happened and that Anthony Winters and his friend were, in the road when Lynne Spears drove by and ran over him. Lou goes on to say that the boy died at the hospital as a result of his injuries. Lynne realized the boy was struck immediately and to this day is grieved by that family's loss, so she feels bad by it. And I'm sure she does feel bad and she feels guilty, probably because she's never apologized. She's never said sorry. Like, how I could not even live like you, Lynne. I cannot even imagine not, like, of course you feel horrible. Like, why don't you go and try to fix things before you, on your deathbed one day and you regret all of that? Oh God, that really irks me. But something that bothers me too is that I feel like they're trying to make this situation seem a little bit better than what it is, because they say that the boy died at the hospital here, but there are some other reports that suggest otherwise. I mean, Anthony's brother literally said that his parents told him later on that Anthony died instantly. So it wasn't like he was conscious, they got him to the hospital. Like, on the scene, passed away, and it was really bad. So, and honestly, I believe the brother. I also believe that he probably did right on the scene. I don't know how Lynne could have done this. Honestly, it sounds like a nightmare. Like, trust me, I'm so scared of ever running over a pedestrian. That's my biggest fear, because who would want to do that? But like, if I did do it, I would at least try to like make the people feel better or say sorry or something. So Lynne was driving her brother to the hospital, probably driving recklessly because her brother's injured and she needs to get him there, and she's taking this curve super fast and she kills this young boy. But because it's clearly an accident, she was not charged with anything, which I don't know. I don't know the laws, but I feel like if you're recklessly driving, like, I always grew up thinking that pedestrians had the right of way, like, no matter what, like the car, like, no matter, as a driver you should always be paying attention. And it probably, like, I'm assuming was an accident. I don't think that Lynne saw the kid and wanted to hit him, but a lot of times people hit other cars and they don't want to hit them, but you did it and you take accountability for it. And maybe she did take accountability in her opinion, but I feel like, I mean, a little bit, like, maybe a reckless driving, ticket could have been nice. Maybe an apology to the family could have made sense. But obviously Lynne feels some type of way about this because she has sent multiple sources like Lou M. Taylor and actually another source out to the media to talk about her feelings. One person was quoted saying, "To this day, Lynne hasn't gotten over what she did. I'm sure if you went and talked to the people, you'd feel better. She gets that terrified look in her eye when she's thinking about it." Holy crap. It makes you think that she did something wrong. Like, if it was truly an accident, you would, kind of, I feel like, recover from it at some point. But, like, she really must have felt like she did something so truly horribly wrong that she gets a terrified look in her eye. The source goes on to say she has told only a few people about the accident and always says, "Please don't think I'm a bad person." Aw, I mean, I get that, but also, like, I feel like you're a bad person for not, like, giving any condolences to the family. You're just worried about yourself and how people would see you. And fun fact, that was the same year that she actually married Jamie Spears. So all in one year, she, killed that kid and got married to such a charming man, Jamie Spears, which, sarcasm, 100% sarcasm. And as you guys know, nowadays Lynne Spears is trying her best to get her daughter back because she is part of the reason why Britney was put in this conservatorship, and Britney has been calling her out. TMZ has actually conveniently caught Lynne Spears at LAX a few times now. I wonder like who calls them and tells them, oh yeah, I'm going to be getting off at this gate, like so be prepared to meet me or whatever. But yeah, so Lynne Spears was seen at LAX, arriving there to try to make up with her daughter and get those headlines that she's hopeful to reunite. But we've heard from other sources, which honestly, I don't know if I trust these sources, but maybe this one, because Britney has shared that she has made it crystal clear, they said, that she has no desire to see her mom or any of her family for that matter. The only people that matter in Britney's life are her fiance Sam, and her 2 children, Jaden and Sean, which we love her for that. But yeah, so supposedly an exclusive source told Hollywood Life that yeah, Britney does not want Lynne around, and we know that Lynne has tried going to the house, but Britney has sent her off away. Usually when Lynne is caught at the airport, she really doesn't say much, but this time she did do some body language, so we're gonna act like body language experts over here, because one person asked her, well, the paparazzi, the one person asked her, I just cracked my, like, ooh, my gosh, is it true that's bad for you? Because I just really messed up then. Anyways, so they asked him, are you trying to be with, Britney for the holidays? Like, what's your goal? Like, why are you here? Like, what's going on? And she shook her head, yeah.
Lynne appears to be hopeful that she'll see her daughter while in town.
Are you hoping to see her for the holidays? You are. Oh, that's good.
They also asked Lynne, if you have any message for your daughter, what would it be? Which I found interesting, because if she was like, in LA to go see her daughter, you think she would just go and give her the message herself. But this is a really dysfunctional family. And she did a little prayer like motion, like she's praying for Britney, which honestly, Lynne, we're praying for you right now, because it seems like Britney's doing very well. Not saying not to pray for Britney, but I'm just saying, like, who really needs the prayers? Like Lynne Spears, Lynne Spears, I'll pray for you.
If you have any message to your daughter, what would it be? Lynne, anything? Praying. Good.
So yeah, honestly, I doubt that Lynne was with Britney. And honestly, at the end of the day, I would love for Britney to have a loving relationship with her sister, her mother, her father, but it's her choice. And if she doesn't want to, we're not going to force it, because this family has done some really messed up things. Like, I know maybe you're at home, you're like, I can't imagine like not having a relationship with like my mom or my dad or whatever, but can you also like not imagine like what they've gone through? Like Britney in the conservatorship, Lynne supposedly like drugging Britney at one point in her Red Bull and sending her off to a facility. These people have ruined her life, or at least tried to ruin her life. So I totally get why she's trying to keep them away. And actually, for you investigators out there, I have a question or an assignment or some homework for you. Someone did send me a bunch of files about Lynne, like a lot of personal information. Honestly, TMI, I don't want all of that, but she's connected to this like company, this like LLC called the Ladies of Louisiana. She's actually seen in that picture in like the leather jacket next to the woman, between the 2 women in the pink and the black jacket. This page, okay, I'm just confused. So the page has like 4,000 people who follow it, which is a lot, because I have a Facebook page and I have a few things on there and I have like 1,000 followers. This is one picture and it's got all these followers. I don't know exactly what they're like they're offering like a membership program or what the idea is, but I think actually they've like slowed down on everything because Lynne has gotten a bunch of like backlash over Free Britney. But if people want to do some digging into that, that could be interesting. There's also an address out there in Louisiana. I'm not going to like dox it right now, but if you are like an investigator type person, you will find it. It's a big chunk of land near a church, and it's like listed as a home address for Lynne back in 2013 and a bunch of other people like Jamie Lynn and her father, and there's nothing there. And the town locals also refer to the address as kind of like a known area. It's a weird thing. So there's something going on here. I don't know exactly what it is, but I've seen some things sent to my email. Thank you, Paxton. Great research. But I just want to see if other people can try and put it together. I'm not going to get too much into it because it gets complicated. But yeah, go and do some work if you're interested, because I think there's something really sketchy when it comes to Lynne Spears. And I think the rest of the family is going to start just like crumbling, honestly, because they have been screwing over Britney for so long and the truth is coming out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to talk about this situation because I've got a lot of emails about it. There's nothing on YouTube about it, and it's a factual situation and it's something that's messed up. And I think part of the reason why it's so messed up is that there was zero ownership, and Lynne wrote like a whole book. Like, she could have talked about it and gotten, you know, some stuff off her chest and maybe spoken to the mother. Like, honestly, that would have been more interesting than her entire book itself, because that's real life and that's something that Lynne can't face, and it shows. Oh my gosh, guys. If you have anything else you want me to talk about, here is my email. But let's go ahead and open this P.O. Box package. It looks like it's from Bella's Bloom, which looks like it's a company, which I'm really excited to check out what this would be. I have no idea, but everything's listed below, guys. So definitely go and check it out. And the logo is like, look at that logo. What is going on here? It also says glass, so interesting. Oh my gosh, wait, it says air plant right here. Is it an air plant? So this is like a little like thank you card right here, and it looks like it's got some, oh my gosh, like some instructions and stuff. Then we have a thank you card right here, which is very professional, super nice. I love how it's like just so well done. And here is a card. Oh, thank you so much. Ooh. Hi Sloan, love your channel and your content. This is to celebrate, hopefully, the end of Britney's conservatorship. Yes, it's already been ended. So, and for her freedom. I'm glad that I got this during like a Britney kind of related video, like a Lynne video. I hope you love these little gifts and happy holidays. We are a small shop in New Jersey, and 25% of all profits go towards charity. Oh, that's so nice, Bella. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I love your company. And it's cool, Bella's Bloom. Like, that's such a vibe. Like, I'm in love. And what is this here? It looks like this is just like an empty card, which is really nice. So, wow. I don't know if this is part of your company as well, but letterati, so nice. It says, I like the way you think. That is so cool. Or is this art? I can't even tell. I think it's just like, it might be a card, but wow, this is so nice. I'm always so impressed with your guys' brands. It's just so special to me. Let's see what this is right here. But I wonder if I'm supposed to take this out. Hopefully I'm supposed to. Wow. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to add this to my collection. I think it goes like this. Wow. This is so nice. Thank you so much, Bella. I don't know why this box just like makes me feel like a tarantula is gonna be inside of it, which I know it's not. I know Bella wouldn't do that to me, but like the box is giving me that. Oh my gosh, look at this ornament. It's not a tarantula. Maybe it'll have a bug inside of it. I'm just kidding though. It's really pretty. It looks like it's got like a bunch of dried flowers into it, and it's like so earthy. It's giving me very like Acacia Kersey, like Christmas tree, like nudes, Lana Del Rey, like. It doesn't smell like anything, but it looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. They're so special. I love the packaging. You guys definitely need to go check out this brand. Like, it is so legit, the cards and everything. And I can't wait to go and check out your site right after this. So go and check it out, linked below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.